back. It's your boy Party here, straight blazing. Another straight blazing short. All right, yeah, we gonna get into it. Tupac, yeah. Anybody that know me know I'm a big Tupac fan, like a lot of y'all out there. I wouldn't say I'm obsessed like some are online, but I've been a Pac fan going way back. Early '90s, Digital Underground days. So, yeah. News came down not too long ago. Allen Hughes of the Hughes brothers is going to direct a 5-part docuseries, not documentary. Documentary, docuseries, same thing. I don't think there's a title yet, but yeah, Allen Hughes, he got the green light, got the go ahead from Tupac's estate, and it's gonna happen. Even with, a lot of y'all know about the beef and the fight that happened back in the day over Pac being fired from from the film Menace to Society. He was supposed to be in that movie, and the Hughes brothers had to let him go. There was an ensuing altercation. Now, there's many stories on what actually happened, and you can check them all out. They're all over the internet. Just put in Hughes brothers, Tupac versus Hughes brothers, whatever. You can find it, but there's different stories going on. I've even heard Allen Hughes, and I've seen a couple articles and then seen him do interviews and kind of tell different stories. Now, I know over time, the further we get away from an incident, we kind of formulate something in our own minds as to what actually happened. It may not actually be what happened, but we kind of formulate things in our minds. So I may link a couple articles and interviews for you to check out and hear his side of the story. But yeah, Allen Hughes is going to do this. He executive produced The Defiant Ones, was a producer, co-producer along with his brother on Menace to Society. Same thing with Dead Presidents back in the 90s, mid-90s. It's just funny because like when I heard about this, I read about it. My boy, he sent me an article and I was like, oh shit. So because the All Eyez on Me movie, for a lot of people, I thought it was okay. It was what I thought it would be, and I don't think it really cut it because they didn't go into a lot of the aspect of Tupac. It really was just more so. It just seemed like it was more about his death row days, honestly. How he, him growing up, and then it almost like it jumped forward to death row and nothing happened in the middle. There was so much more to Tupac than that. In the docuseries, I hope they at least mention a little bit about, maybe his relationship and friendship with someone like Left Eye, Lisa Left Eye Lopez of TLC, or maybe go into a little bit more about the relationship with him and Stretch. And, I know they didn't end on great terms, but they was boys. They was tight, okay? They was tight. That's part of the reason how him and Biggie even knew each other, okay? They both knew Stretch. That's a whole nother topic, though, for another day. I'm not going to get into that now. A lot of y'all know about that, and some of y'all don't, probably. But just there were so many other aspects to Tupac's life that All Eyez on Me just didn't satisfy for most, at least a lot of people that I've talked to, or even just hear talk about it from different outlets, whether it be media or the public. It didn't satisfy that craving, that because people have been waiting for a movie on Pac, for over 20 years now. Over 20 years. There's many a documentary out there, but I hope the docuseries really touches base and goes a little deeper than All Eyez on Me, the movie, did. I really do. And I also hope that Allen Hughes is not the type that's held a grudge all these years. Because I really hope it's not. I hope they don't just Hollywood it up. I hope they keep it real, since everybody keeps it 100 now, and supposedly everybody keeps it real. Just keep it 100, keep it real. And I'm not even saying that he needs to go into any deep discussion during the documentary on the fight or jumping, depending on who you ask, that happened between him and Tupac over Pac being fired from Menace to Society. And on one end, with that situation, on one end, you got folks saying that it was Tupac and like 10 to 12 gangbangers that jumped him. And you got another story I've heard is it was Tupac and a bunch of people, and Tupac wasn't even involved. Like, he never touched Allen Hughes. Allen Hughes says Tupac never touched him. In one interview, I think his interview with Sway, he says he picked up Tupac over his head and slammed him on the hood of a car or on the trunk of a car. In another interview, I see where he says he had Tupac, he was holding Tupac, but Tupac never touched him, never hit him, but nothing about slamming him. So, I mean, who knows what actually happened? It's been so long ago, it's really not important, but this did go to court. For those of you that don't know, the Hughes brothers did end up suing. They did sue Tupac and took him to court. And Tupac at that time, he had Johnny Cochran. Yeah, he had Johnny Cochran as his lawyer at that time. For this case. And Tupac had a lot of cases around. I mean, this is around 93, 94 time, right before he went to prison and did almost a year in prison before Suge Knight bailed him out. And yeah, Pac had a lot going on from the 92 to 94. He had a lot going on as far as court cases and trouble with the law. It was so much going on with him. But he was everywhere. He definitely was, as they would say, he was a rock star. He was more than just a rapper. He was more than just an artist. He was all of that and more. Now, he wasn't perfect. I don't know. I'm a big Pac fan. I don't agree with everything he ever did or said, but yeah, he was. That's why he's still so iconic to this day. You know, folks. I mean, you got 2 generations later and beyond are still going to be listening to Tupac. Not just his music, but his words, interviews, poems, literature, everything. Watching his movies, music videos. Oh yeah, and the one thing that I found really funny is that when this whole altercation went down, from each story that I heard, except for Allen, his brother Albert, I think his brother's name was Albert, his brother ran. He didn't want no part. He didn't want no part of the phone. He got the hell out of there and went for higher ground. He said, I'm not sticking around for this. Let me get out of here. I thought that, I mean, this is his twin brother. And he just left him there. Left him to the wolves. And that was it. He's like, I ain't got to outrun them. I just got to outrun you. And I supposedly they had one of their buddies with them or somebody on the movie that was with them. Yeah, so I mean, I just hope Allen Hughes is not the type to hold a grudge, and apparently he has the green light here to use any and everything from the Tupac catalog, music-wise, already released and anything unreleased. I mean, we all know Tupac made a lot of music before he was killed. A ton. I mean, there was so many Machiavelli albums that came out after the original Machiavelli album, which was released a few days after he actually died. So many other Machiavelli albums have come out, were thrown together from songs or pieced together from songs that he made within like a year, basically. He did so much in that last year of his life, music-wise. There's still music that is unreleased. So maybe we'll get some of that. So definitely looking forward for that. And yeah, just keep it locked with Straight Blazing and Word to the Culture channel on YouTube. Anything that comes out, of course, I'll update on you. It's your boy Part T. Straight Blazing Short. I'm out. Oh yes, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also give us a thumbs up if you liked the video, or even a thumbs down if you didn't. And also let us know in the comments as well. And don't forget to share us with a friend, family member, or hey, even a stranger on the street will do. I'll catch you in the next video.